today I'm gonna be ranking the best ways to make money online on social media, coming from someone who built his own info business on social media that has made multiple six figures. And a lot of people who post on social media, they don't really know how to monetize, so they just do a bunch of weird stuff. So I'm gonna be ranking these based on how much money it can make, how much freedom it can bring you, and is it actually scalable. So let's start. First off is TikTok shop, like selling products on TikTok. Usually this can be good, but the thing is most people are doing this in a way that they just post about the product all the time. They do nothing else but post about the product. They're not building a personal brand. They're just building the brand around some weird ass Chinese product. It can be good. There's people who are making money, but I kid you not, there's people talking about it and making 10x more than actually selling the product. I'm going to explain you exactly how that works soon. I'm actually going to put it in C tier because this is kind of like shipping some Chinese product. You don't really know the product. You're posting organic. You need a bunch of, it's not like paid ads like in drop shipping. So it's all right, okay? I don't personally have that much experience on that. But now I'm going to talk about some stuff that really hits the spot. Building a personal brand on social media is super scalable if you do it the smart way. So if you do it in a way that you post to a specific audience because you solved a problem like I did, okay, I personally became profitable at trading, so I started to post trading content, how to become profitable, and obviously that's gonna easily convert people into buying customers, okay? And if you post this, do it that way. Let's say you got a great physique, you had a transformation where you went from fat to fit. That's an amazing way. So this is gonna be S tier because once you build your personal brand, it's easy to just build a digital product to sell it online. So that's just amazing. Okay, amazing. I have videos on that. But YouTube automation, very saturated, very not that great of scalability. You know why? Because YouTube AdSense doesn't pay much on shorts, and especially on content that is based around some fucking brain rot shit, posting streamers, this and that. It's not too good. Like I said, the competition is crazy, saturation. And usually the people who talk about this don't really make that much money on this. They just sell courses and mentorships, which is not bad. But I'm going to put it in D tier. Again, you're not building anything for yourself. You're just building a brand around some brain rot content. So it's not like personal branding where you're actually building something. You're building a potential business. You're just building some shit. You're attracting low quality audience, people who watch, some freaking brain rot content, some quick clips. They don't have any money. They're not willing to pay you, so it's not good, okay? But high ticket mentorships, high ticket programs online. This made me the most money, okay? Multiple six figures. This could even go above S tier, S plus, but I'm gonna put it in S tier. This is just amazing, okay? Personal branding plus high ticket, that's the brutal combo. Everybody that you look up to almost online on social media is doing that, okay? They teach to a specific audience about stuff, that converts, and then they have a product, a high ticket product. First, they go through a application, a sales call, and then the closer close the deal and sells them a 5 to 10K, a 25K product, depending on what offer you have. And it's just amazing, okay, amazing. And the thing with this, you only need like 2 people per month to make 10K per month, okay? If it's a 5K product, that's 10K profit if it's 2 clients per month, okay? Profit, no revenue, profit, right? Then let's move on to Google AdSense, like YouTube AdSense, like making money with views and making money off that. Thing is, you make most money if you talk about finances, freaking investing, trading, real estate. Real estate people make a lot of money, and like jewelry, high-end stuff. So if you post that is amazing, because if you add Google AdSense plus personal branding and high ticket, that's a brutal combo. Then it's like S tier, because this is like extra money for me, especially. This is not near as close as making money with high tickets, but a lot of people just aim for this, that's not too good. Okay, Mr. Beast can pull it off because he has like hundreds of millions of views per video, so obviously he makes a lot of money. But entertainment doesn't get too many too much money from AdSense. But if you have a lot of it, if you have a lot of views, then obviously, inevitably, you're gonna make a lot of money. So if you do that, that can be all right. But I'm gonna put it in B tier just for a simple fact that most people are just aiming for this. And don't get me wrong, it can get you a lot of money if you have a lot of audience. But first of all, building the audience, this and that takes time, this and that. And you could just sell high tickets with low amounts of audience and make a fuck ton of money. Okay. But if you multiply this and this and this, bro, that's just a brutal combo. But let's move on to WAP clipping, like clipping people, clipping streamers, clipping influencers, their content, their long form content, their streams into short form content and getting paid, like let's say $2 per 1,000 views made. That can be pretty profitable and lucrative. But again, a lot of competition. You're not building anything for yourself. Again, this is like TikTok Shop and YouTube automation level. And also there has been multiple cases where these very famous streamers, very famous influencers, they don't pay their clippers the amount they should be paying. Okay, meaning that they just don't pay them. They ignore them. And obviously, I don't know if that shouldn't be legal, but they do that, okay? They can pull it off because the clippers are unknown. They just post content. They're one of the biggest reasons why these influencers grow, and they make dimes and nickels. So I'm going to put it in D tier. You're not building anything for yourself. But hey, hear me out. If you're a clipper and you manage to pull it off, you manage to make money, the best leverage you have now is proof. Okay, and you can easily transform that into personal brand and high ticket sales. How? Well, let's say you started posting with any of these, you can pretty much do that. Okay, and there's plenty of people who do that who make now a fuck ton of money because of that. So let's say with clipping, you solve their problem, you know now how to get views, clipping, and make money. You have proof now. Then you create a fresh new page, maybe with your name or maybe with, let's say Adriel Clipping or Adriel the Clipper or, Adriel Cash, and you start posting like your name, and then you start posting about clipping content, how I made X amount of money in 30 days clipping for streamers, clipping for influencers, and then you obviously solve the problem. People also want to do that. Now they're willing to pay you and invest in you a lot of money. And I guarantee you that it's going to make you a fuck ton of money more than actual clipping. Okay, same with this. There's gurus out there who teach about YouTube automation. They make way more money selling mentorships, doing this shit compared to actually doing this. That's just the game, okay? There's plenty of people teaching about this. They pivoted into this, and they make more money doing this compared to actually this, but they talk about this. That's the thing. That's the catch. There's plenty of people talk about how to make money with AdSense. They do this. They also make money with this, but they make most money with this. You get the point, okay? That's why you should really be an authority. You really know what you're doing to make the most money with this, okay? Because if you know, right? Commission based. Okay, this is I think this is as with, let's say you have 1,000 subscribers, that's literally gonna make you $30 per month, okay? $50 per month. That's shit. But if you have a massive audience and you have an audience in a way that it's not easy to convert them into buying customers. Let's say you just posted all your time with just fucking entertainment, fucking social experiments, a bunch of nonsense, traveling videos. Then you can do commission, like you have a brand that you're affiliated with. You get commission by getting your audience to sign in their page and paying. Then you get some commission. Then if you do it that way, you have a big audience. Then it's like C tier. But if you do it with low audience, then it's like absolute dog shit, because there's no point, bro. There's no point. Okay, you can easily just sell high ticket with your low audience, with your small audience, and make so much money. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in D tier. TikTok Shop. Did I? What? Wait, I already talked about this. Why do I have them double? Okay, what is this? What does this even say? Online courses. Online courses, man, the classic. So if you have a personal brand, you can also sell courses, and this can be very, very lucrative if you do it in a subscription-based model. So monthly subscriptions. People pay you monthly $50, $100 to get the course, and obviously there should be a community as well. Because if they just get the course, they're obviously not gonna pay you monthly. So there should be also something exclusive, so they're gonna pay you monthly. Because if it's a monthly program and they get the course, they can just download the course and leave, right? But it has something that keeps them coming in. So you can add that in there. Then it can literally be S tier if you have a great audience. But in my opinion, high ticket is better. But if you have a course, okay, I'm gonna put it in A tier. Never mind, I'm gonna put it in A tier because it's very scalable if you have a massive audience. But the downside is if you don't have a massive audience, there's always the churn rate. I mean, with a big audience, there's always a churn rate, like people leaving this and that, canceling the subscription. But if you have a low audience, I used to sell a low ticket program for $50 per month, $200 per month. I was making around $1,500. But as soon as I can literally check my bank and everything, like the graph in my WAP changed immediately once I pivoted into high ticket. Like it's crazy. Okay, because I didn't have the biggest audience, but it's easy to monetize with courses in high ticket. But it's easy to scale and multiply your freaking money, like 10x your money with high ticket. Okay, if you do it the right way. Okay, and you don't need a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of audience. You don't need a big audience to sell high ticket. I have 5K subscribers teaching people how to trade, and I make around 30K per month. Okay, selling high tickets, right? And combining it with the personal brand. Right? So this is the ranking. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed, then check my channel because there's a bunch of videos teaching you this, how you can monetize, sell high tickets, sell courses, build your personal brand around that niche to actually convert these. Okay. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. And as usual, I will see you on the other side. Brother, let's go.